Hi Fargo, Moorhead, and Fergus Falls, Minnesota. I'm Dr. Alla. I'm going to talk a little bit about stress and how detrimental stress can be and how useful stress can be. You know, we always talk about stress as if it's related to some bad experience, bad event, but stress really can be a good stress. However, the problem is too much of anything can be too much for the body to handle. It's stressful if you eat a bucket of ice cream, but if you have a small bowl, it's not so stressful to the body. It's stressful when you're exposed to bright sun and light and heat for a prolonged period of time for the body, but it's also therapeutic if it's just short exposures. So the stress response is truly something that happens on the inside, which we call in medicine physiologically, but it can dictate what happens on the outside, where we may recognize if someone is stress dysregulated. One of the biggest things on the inside that changes is it changes your set point for your blood pressure. It changes the set point for your heart rate, for your respiratory rate. It changes the amount of oxygen delivered to your tissues every time your heart beats in response to something that you do. The longer that system remains in a loop, that becomes your new set point. And now when a true stressor comes your way, someone cuts you off driving from Fergus Falls to Fargo, for instance, what I'm doing right now, or an emotional stressor because you've lost a loved one, or a pet, or an emotional stressor related to something dysregulated in your work environment. All of that will change that internal set point. And the more times your body goes through that loop, it becomes really efficient to remain in that heightened state. The body itself will respond to that internal heightened state with hypervigilance. You may call that with your kids ADD or ADHD. They might not be ADD or ADHD, they may be hypervigilant because their stress response has been so plasticized from repetitive heightened responses that that's their new. The stress response can also create changes in your muscle tonus. All of a sudden you're carrying this heavy burden weight on your shoulders, and you may be calling it neck pain, muscle tightness, muscle spasms, or a myriad of things. You may recognize it in your TMJ or your jaw and call it bruxism, and you're not sleeping well at night, waking in the morning, and you're shaving off the top layer of your teeth wondering what in the world. On the outside, you also may feel slowed down mentally because of that internal state of turmoil. All of a sudden you become more forgetful, you have difficulty focusing, you can't keep your attention on the things that you should be attending to, rather you're distracted to things that really require no attention. You may recognize that you become worse at coping with true stressors, and all of a sudden you become a puddle as compared to being a bull that you're known for. You may recognize that your mood is dysregulated, and you start your days in a level of agitation, or on the other extreme, after it's been there long enough, a complete withdrawal. The stress response is a survival mechanism, but when you start to recognize stress in your life as being your life, you have a problem. If you need direction or support in trying to help your brain relax, please give us a call at Cereset.com. Our technology is state-of-the-art, is so profound, is unbelievable in its ability on its own terms to allow your brain to reset, rebalance, and relax. Visit us at Cereset.com. We are located in Fargo, North Dakota at 3029 Brant Drive South, Suite B. Glad to have you listening. If you need any support, you know where to contact us. Have a wonderful day. Dr. Alla. Bye-bye.